Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings on all you brethren out there teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. This is the Brother Dama Agabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Lord willing to give you warning from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, and this is from the drive.com from the War Zone. Which we've done lessons on these topics before, but hey, this is a new article, with new information, which we know through the Spirit is just another way that the Lord is gonna, send His judgment upon the nation of Israel, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and just another way that the Lord is going to send massive judgment on the streets here of Babylon the Great and America in these last days. Because as we know, the wicked is the sword of the Heavenly Father. And the main sword of the Most High right now in these times is Esau Edom, which is preparing for a great slaughter in the here in the land of Babylon the Great, America, which 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are about to witness very soon. Because as you see what's going on in the world, all this talk of war, all this talk of nuclear missiles being shot, which is going to ultimately take care of these nations and their armies, collectively. But before that, you're going to have great chaos and great turmoil and, great death, famine, and destruction. And you're also going to have a lot of the judgment of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai going out all around the earth, especially here in America. All right. And you're going to have a lot of crazy type of situations happening here when all hell breaks loose, when, law and order is no longer, a factor, when 911 don't work, when this economy collapse, when these people are rioting and having sedition and, rising up against the government, you're going to have civil war and all this chaos going on. Hey, these devils are already preparing for a thing called urban warfare. All right. When you think of urban, the first thing you think about, or I think about, is a nigga with his pants hanging off his ass, or the average Negro, Latino, and Native American living in the streets of America in these different ghettos and hoods and neighborhoods. And these these devils have a lot of military work they're going to put in on you people. All right. And I came across this article here. It's in China, but we know that DARPA here in the States and America has their own version of these things. They just don't put them on blast. They don't put them on Front Street, and they don't display them like that on a regular basis because, here in America, they're going to have a set time to where they're going to unleash these this urban warfare on you Jakes when all hell is breaking loose, which we've seen articles and seen drills where they were preparing for urban warfare. All right. And a lot of these, urban warfare, they're going to use a lot of these robot dogs, a lot of drones, a lot of, robots, which I forget where it was, like a month ago or a month and a half ago. You had niggas in the ghetto watching Esau. I think it was like a what do you call that shit? Like a raid where they had that military dog on display, and niggas was laughing and giggling. They thought it was cute. They thought it was funny. But little do they know, man, that those same dogs that they was laughing at and cute are about to be geared up and armed up for urban warfare on you niggas, man. All right. Esau's not going to go in there and risk military soldiers and risk putting his soldiers at risk. He's going to send in these robots, man, these robot dogs, these drones. He's going to be dropping them in your neighborhood just like out of an episode of Black Mirror, man. So let me show you this. It says China pairs armed robot dogs with drones that can drop them anywhere. And what's going to be one of the main places they're going to be dropping them? In these urban areas, in the ghettos, in the hoods, where all you thuggos and you thugettes and all of you lost Israelites are going to be dwelling, man. And you better believe a lot of these people, these millionaires that got all this money, I wouldn't be surprised. I was saying this last week at camp. I wouldn't be surprised if they have brought up some of these robot dogs to guard their compounds and their bunkers, man. For when you useless eaters, happen to stumble upon their property or be walking near the vicinity of where they're hiding out when all hell is breaking loose. Hey, they're going to have these dogs on deck ready to go and ready to blow anything away within the vicinity. It says a video showing a demonstration of a Chinese drone acting as a mini dropship for a robot dog armed with a machine gun has emerged online. You see? It says footage of a Chinese-made drone carrying a robot dog that is armed with a machine gun has started to make its rounds on social media, and it looks like It was taken straight out of a dystopian war movie. Yeah, because a lot of these movies where they show you these things, there's actual things that these elites are going to do. They have to show you what they're going to do before they actually do it. And a lot of you dumb people out here, you look at that as just, oh, it's just a movie. They would never do that. But little do you know, all right? Art imitates life. It says it isn't immediately clear if the video was recorded as part of a Chinese military exercise or rather in an effort to demonstrate how the pairing will operate. But even without the context, the clip could serve as a foretelling of the technology that may populate future battlegrounds. Hey, and where is the future battleground about to be fought? Of course, we know that World War III is going to happen. These nations are going to gear up in battle for war as well. But there's going to be a urban warfare. These elites are about to fight against you average everyday citizens when all hell breaks loose. Remember, they have a depopulation agenda still in place, through the food and through the water, through slow kills. But hey, an accelerated version of that depop could be these these drones and these different military things that they have at their disposal, man. All right, it's going to tell you this in the article. It says, the 1-minute video was originally posted yesterday at Weibo, a Chinese microblogging website, but a user either affiliated with or representing the local defense company that reportedly develops the drone being used to deploy the dog. All right. And let's watch this, man. And they show you this in all of these movies, man, where they drop in different technology like this in different areas where, it's like like the city is in shambles. You can tell like all hell has broken loose, and you got particular people or different militias that are fighting against the government trying to hide out. And so instead of sending in live action, live army soldiers, they'll fly in one of these drones which have night vision. It can see through walls. And he'll send in one of these type of drones to go through and clear out a whole area, man, and just blow everybody away. And you better believe these dogs are going to be equipped with some type of bulletproof hardware. You think they're going to let that thing go in there and they can be just easily shot down by your bullets? Hey, you got to watch that Black Mirror episode. And I forget the name of the episode, but they showed you those little robot dogs. And them motherfuckers was relentless, man. The girl was, beating it up and kicking it and shooting off legs. And that motherfucker would just get up and just keep ticking. They were shooting those little pellets that had like, what do you call it? Like, it would shoot her in the face and then they would be able to track her and follow her wherever she was at. She was hiding in the tree. That motherfucker took a nap. We're just waiting for her to move so that it could track her and get her and execute her, man. You don't think these devils in DARPA and this military with the billions of dollars that America has and, as a budget for the military are not developing these type of things, man? You see? So let's watch this video, man. You see, and as Jake likes to say, you hear these Jake niggas talking about this bullshit in their rap, talking about I got the gun with the 80-round drum. Did you see the drum on top of that goddamn dog, man? Why the hell you think that dog's gonna be armed and he ain't gonna be programmed to use them bullets, man? You see, it says Bloodwing, a Chinese defense contractor, demonstrates drones deploying an armed robo dog. The future is now. You see? It says the footage begins with a shot of the drone as it approaches the rooftop of a building in a nondescript urban area with the compact armed robot dog being carried under the drone's frame. The drone, acting as a robotic dropship of sort, then lands on top the roof, releases the robo dog and flies away. Now they can easily, drop hundreds of these, 30, 20 of these robot dogs in the urban area to go in there and to just slaughter you damn Jakes, man. You see, this is the type of, times that we're about to enter into, man. And Jake is still asleep. Jake don't know what the hell is going on. You know, they think everything's going to be cool, everything's going to be peachy, everything's just going to go on as they think it is, not knowing that Esau is, through the spirit of the Most High, through the left hand, is preparing to slaughter for you niggas, man. Which I'm going to read that in Ezekiel 21st in the NLT. It says, shortly thereafter, the robo-dog unfurls from its folded position and begins navigating its new surroundings with what looks to be a Chinese QBB-97 light machine gun designed as Type 95 LGM in the United States, mounted on its back. See? It says the Weibo account, which is verified. I don't want to read that. No. Let's get to the point, right? It says the war dogs descending from the sky, air assault, red wing forward heavy duty drones deliver combat robot dogs, which can be directly inserted into the weak link behind the enemy to launch a surprise attack, or can be placed on the roof of the enemy to occupy commanding heights to suppress fire. Yeah, man. You don't think this devil would release these in urban areas and here on the streets of America? You see, that's what Esau is hoping you people are not thinking is going to happen, man. But it's going to happen. You hear all this talk about civil war and all these militias are training and doing all these things to eventually have to fight against the government. You don't think that Esau knows that the government don't know, that the DARPA and the military don't know that these things are going to happen eventually, man? You don't think they're going to be setting up and preparing for when that day happens, to be prepared? You got another thing coming, man. Remember, Esau's blessing is the sword, man. And like I said, even though it's showing China doing it, I just told you in the article that we didn't say in this article, but we know that America has its version of this technology being conducted and built and being tested on a day-to-day basis. It says, and ground troops can conduct a 3-day dimensional pincer attack on the enemy in the building. Yeah, so, Esau can have his little military men, deploy these type of things to go in to do all the heavy duty, firefights and go in to clear out rooms. And then they come in afterwards and gather up whoever's left and the wounded and finish you off, or leave whoever's not dead and throw you in a concentration camp, or to suppress, the so-called extremists and the enemies of the New World Order. It says, with the added color offered, I want to read that. There's another point I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, I read it. It says, with added color offered by this description, it can be at the very least be gathered that the drone robot dog pairing was conceptualized with the idea that it could be deployed during assault operations, especially in urban areas. Such environments are typically made up of tall buildings and complex structures that would otherwise be difficult to infiltrate, which is where it seems the company is saying this capability could be of most benefit. The Weibo account has even shared other videos of different robo-dogs in similar settings, suggesting that the company specializes in technologies designed with these environments in mind. Yeah, to come get you damn people, man. All right, because they ain't going to send these dogs in the Middle East where they got to run on sand and dirt. That's not an urban area, man. Urban area is where you, Jake, reside in these inner cities and, downtown cities where the majority of you people live. It says the aforementioned 3-dimensional pincer attack that the company claims the drone and robot team could support would also be a tactic that could see employment in an urban assault scenario as forces simultaneously attack from 2 directions and the robo-dog is dropped on the roof to add another. Technical specifications about both the robo-dog and the drone in the video, which Kestrel Defense account has dubbed a red wing forward heavy-duty drone, don't seem to be publicly available, which you believe that if you want to, man. All right. Yeah, Esau, he's all about profit. These companies too, shit, they'll send this to whoever can afford it. And if I was a billionaire, Edomite billionaire, in a bunker, knowing that all hell's about to break loose, I'll be trying to purchase some of these things too. Hey, because everything is for sale when dealing with Esau ass, man. It says, this makes it difficult to confirm how exactly these systems operate. It is also unclear if that's even the drone's actual designation, but it does, however, possess many of the same virtual characteristics that an average commercial off-the-shelf drone does, and China is known manufacturer of a slew of these types. See? What else? Oh, here we go. It says, while everything about the video is somehow both puzzling and unnerving, one aspect that is particularly hard to ignore is the drum magazine machine gun that equips the robo-dog. Yeah, that's to air you niggas out, man. To air out all these urban areas. To air out any person or thing that it deems to be an enemy of the one that's wielding this robo-dog sword, man. It says, despite there being no mention of this specific type of weapon in the video's description, in general's appearance is largely reminiscent of the Chinese QBB-97 light machine gun. There you go. You see that drum? Niggas are talking about, I got with the drum. Well, these robo-dogs got the drum on that bitch. Right? It's going to come and lay you niggas out, man. All of you ungodly souls, all of you unrepenting and unhumble Israelites, man, women, and child. Them dogs ain't going to discriminate, man. Esau's going to program that shit to go into these urban areas and to execute what it was developed to execute, man. You know, it says the 5.842 whatever millimeter QBB-97 is a companion weapon for the Chinese People's Liberation Army QBZ-95 assault rifle, from which the QBB-97 shares about 70% of the components, according to modernfirearms.net. What primarily separates it from the assault rifle is its longer and heavier barrel fitted with a folding bipod, as well as its ability to provide sustained burst of automatic fire. So they're coming in with automatics. Airing shit out, man. You see? It can hold up to 80 rounds. You see? With an ability to fire up to 650 rounds a minute, the QBB-97 makes for a respectable, albeit limited, armament, but how exactly firing it from the back of a robot would work is entirely a different story. You see? Hey, as long as they get the job done, you know? It says, using a robot dog configured like the one seen in the Chinese video, Atamanov demonstrated its ability to fire a Russian 9 by 19 millimeter PP-19-01 Vityaz submachine gun that had been mounted on top of its actual targets. See? Here we go. It says, all the people who laughed off the worry warts years ago for freaking out about the funny dancing robot dogs should be forced to watch this video once a day for the reminder of the year. And you got to remember, even these little dogs that they're showing is not their highest form of technology of these dogs. You better believe they're probably just showing you just the base version. You better believe they have a more highly sophisticated, highly more intelligent, more accurate version of this shit, man. You know, and let's watch this one. And I see, this is why I'm saying that, you know, I believe a lot of these, you know, these elites, they're going to have shit like this guarding their compounds, because watch how the dog, even though it has the targets, watch how it's going to be like moving like it's guarding that little position that it's in front of. You see how when it was shooting straight, that recoil really didn't have an effect when it was really in position and it settled in to shoot those shots. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this ain't the most sophisticated final product and final version of these robot dogs that they have, man. I'm pretty sure they got some that can lock onto a target with sniper rifles on their shit that can hit a moving target from hundreds of feet away, man. You know, and these elites are going to have shit like this at their disposal to guard their compounds and to send out to the urban areas to get busy on you jakes, man. See, you just better believe it, man. You know, and this is just one little bit of look at this shit. Shit got some big ass shit on this, but I'm not gonna play the video. But you pretty much get the you know, the picture. Look at this. It says the concept becomes particularly scary if the robot dogs are eventually equipped to operate autonomously. And you don't think they're programming these dogs to operate autonomously, man? To be given programmed orders to go out and to execute those orders? It says where they can search and engage targets on their own based on the parameters set by their operators. Whereas these systems are currently designed to be controlled and operated by someone, especially when armed, the potential for them to one day operate on their own accord could be could become a large problem for opposing forces that would encounter them. Yeah, who's those opposing forces? That you citizens, you people, you Jakes out here, man. You militias, you Edomites, all of you everyday American citizens out here. Who has any opinion outside of the narrative of these global elites, man? And you better believe, hey, when the lights go out and all hell breaks loose, they're going to be deploying these type of systems and machines to come and to execute. It says science fiction has already tread into these areas, and it's only a matter of time before the fiction part becomes a reality. Yeah. By delivering them via drone, packs of robot dogs could wreak havoc behind enemy lines and appear in places that are too risky for soldiers to venture, like I was saying. While such dark vision still may be a bit off in the future, which that's the damn lie, they have this shit ready to use it now, man. The pairing of these two drone concepts make a ton of sense, and it clearly won't be the last time we see it in action. Yeah, you niggas are going to see it all right, man. And that's why, hey, the hopeful elect, we're waiting on spiritual power from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, because not only do they have this type of shit, they got those other DARPA robots, and they got super soldiers, man. Esau's been working on all type of shit. And remember, his blessing is the sword, man. Now, why the hell you think the American budget for defense is is more than all other nations combined? You think they're only making jets and planes and tanks and high power rifles, man? Hey, they're making these robots to get busy too. They're creating autonomous robot dogs and actual robots. Elon Musk just came out with a goddamn robot. He unveiled his little shitty robot, which is, the base model that he's showing you. How much more the United States military and the military of all these different nations with billions of dollars at their disposal and countless amounts of manpower and time and energy and technology to invest into to make these things, man. You see? And that's why, hey, we're waiting upon that spiritual power, man. Our faith is in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah because we're going to need it. That's why scriptures refer to Jacob as a worm. And that's why the Lord's going to help us. He's going to strengthen us and give us the ability to run through these things like fire through stubble. Lord willing, we're part of that number. But let me get this Ezekiel in the NLT, and I'm going to close this. Ezekiel 21:8 in the NLT, it says, Then Yahweh said to me, Son of man, give the people this message from the Lord. A sword is being sharpened and polished. Yeah, which is those robot dogs, amongst other things. It is sharpened for terrible slaughter and polished to flash like lightning. Now will you laugh? Yeah, like the video said, people was laughing at the little dancing dogs, not knowing that, hey, that's not why those things was being created. They have a more nefarious and a more sinister purpose. All right. So when those things are deployed in a city near you, how I just showed you in that video, are you niggas going to be laughing then? All the jokes and the giggling and the kee-hee and look at the dog. Look. Niggas was laughing. I forget where it was when, they did that raid and had that robot dog. They was all laughing and thinking it was cute. Well, it ain't going to be cute when that same dog is equipped with that fucking 80-round drum and high-powered explosive and grenades and cannons and, other, weapons to slaughter. It says, those far stronger than you have fallen beneath its power. Yes, the sword is now being sharpened and polished. It is being prepared for the executioner, which is Esau. It says, Son of man, cry out and wail. Pound your thighs in anguish, for that sword will slaughter my people and their leaders. Everyone will die. You see, we know that not everyone. We know that the elect is going to be delivered. We know that not everybody's going to be killed by these drones. But hey, everybody, when these drones are sent to go do what they got to do, that are meant to be destroyed by it, will die. You better believe these drones are going to be programmed not to discriminate from old, young, women, children, dogs, cats, birds. They're going to be in there just laying anything down in the vicinity, when they're given that directive to run into a particular building or a particular area to go into execute. It says it will put them all to the test. What chances do they have, says the sovereign Yahweh? Yeah, the only chance you have is if the sovereign Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is with you, that the Lord delivers you. Gives you that spiritual power, give you the ability to leap a wall or to, get some super speed or allow his angels to come down and to protect you from, that gunfire or give you that power to demolish and to bash these things to pieces, man. You see, and that's where our faith and our belief is in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. We're not believing that we're going to go toe to toe and be fighting and shooting back at these things and getting in a shootout with these goddamn robot dogs and drones and different type of technology and sword that Esau has set up. We're going to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to endow us with what we need to make it out of it. It says, Son of man, prophesy to them and clap your hands. Take the sword and brandish it twice, even 3 times, to symbolize the great massacre facing them on every side. And who was the Lord going to use to do this? Esau and his different in his technology and his soldiers and his super soldiers and his drones and his direct energy weapons and all the shit that he has at his disposal to wreak havoc on you Jakes, man. As part of the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, let their hearts melt with terror, for the sword glitters at every gate. Yeah, in every city that you in, every town, every ghetto, every hood. All right. Esau's going to, send in the drones, man. And, like Mr. Burns used to say, release the hounds. Well, Esau's going to send in the drones and the robot dogs. It says, it flashes like lightning and is polished for slaughter. O sword, slash to the right, then slash to the left, wherever you will, wherever you want. You see, the Lord's going to allow Esau to get busy, man, which is all going to be the fury and the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai on 2/3 of our people, man. And you average everyday wicked ass heathens that are here in Babylon the Great as well. It says, O sword, I read that, it says, I too will clap my hands and I will satisfy my fury. I, Yahweh, have spoken. You see? So this is being sent as part of the fury of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And he's just using Esau and his different forms of technology and his blessing of the sword to bring these things down upon, our people, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified and warned, man. Jake, you better repent. It's not too late, man, to get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Seek the old paths, humble yourself, come out of the ways of Babylon the Great. Get your mind right towards Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It may be that you can be delivered and saved from this great massacre and slaughter that's being prepared for you. All right. And so with that, hey, Lord willing, you were edified. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me and do this lesson. Until the next one, Shalom.